Welcome everyone to the Education Abroad session on Italy. My name is George Agris. I'm the Education Abroad Coordinator for Italy, Asia, and Greece. I'm joined here today by my colleague, Amy Jones, who will be helping me moderate the chat, the Q&A actually. So if you have any questions, feel free to type them up in the Q&A, and we will be checking them throughout the presentation. All right, I'll start with CSU's Land Acknowledgement. Colorado State University acknowledges with respect that the land we are on today is the traditional and ancestral homelands of the Arapaho, Cheyenne, and Ute nations and peoples. This was also a site of trade, gathering, and healing for numerous other native tribes. We recognize the indigenous peoples as original stewards of this land and all the relatives within it. As these words of acknowledgement are spoken and heard, the ties nations have to their traditional homelands are renewed and reaffirmed. CSU is founded as a land-grant institution, and we accept that our mission must encompass access to education and inclusion. And significantly, that our founding came at a dire cost to Native nations and peoples whose land this university was built upon. This acknowledgement is the education and inclusion we must practice in recognizing our institutional history, responsibility, and commitment. Hi, my name is George Agris, and I'm the Education Abroad Coordinator for Asia, Italy, and Greece. I also manage faculty-led programs and work with our incoming exchange students. I studied abroad in Hikone, Japan, and taught English there as well. I'm Greek American and spent a good portion of my childhood and adolescence in Greece. That's why I kind of manage both geographic areas. These are some of my Greek friends from back in the day. Let's start off with some myth busting. So you might have already attended an Education Abroad 101 presentation. If you haven't yet, there's a presentation that's happening tomorrow at 9 a.m. This provides students with an overview of what education abroad looks like at CSU, the skills you gain from an education abroad, why it's important, how it can be beneficial to you in your career, and the different program types. Now we'll just jump into some programs, or we'll talk about some myths of education abroad before we jump into the programs in Italy. First things first, an education abroad can actually keep you on track towards graduation. In fact, with good planning, it can help enhance your degree, help you graduate on time, and in some cases, even early. Second myth, there's a myth that it is more expensive than courses and living here in Fort Collins, than the cost of living in Fort Collins, and that's just not true. There are expensive options and there are inexpensive options, and there's many options in between. Third, if you start early and talk with your academic advisor about going abroad, you'll be able to fulfill course requirements to go. This could be courses you're trying to achieve for your major, for your minor, or just elective credits if you have them. And so we recommend definitely starting early. Our risk management team has certainly had a busy time since the start of the pandemic. We have had an international risk manager consistently monitor and communicate some of the challenges and risks students face while abroad. These are constantly changing and evolving, but by working together with him and with other people across campus, we can help foster successful and safe experiences. So, RAMs go abroad to Italy and Greece. They represent different colleges and majors. Some of the top ones include health and human sciences, business, liberal arts, and natural sciences. We have over 30 programs in Greece and Italy, all combined, all different types and for different terms. Most RAMs who study in Italy and Greece stay a semester, but short-term summer and winter break options are available too. You might ask yourself, why consider an education abroad in Greece or Italy? Why should I go? Well, if you've ever been attracted to ancient Western civilization, there is no better place to study than Greece or Italy. Learning Greek and Italian Definitely a powerful tool for your career, especially if you're planning to work abroad, learning a second language, even a third language. It's very common in Europe for this, and it's becoming increasingly common in the US to pick up a second language in school. Both countries offer a very wide course offering, so you can find everything from psychology to business courses to archaeology, international studies, political science, criminology, and the list goes on and on. Even courses in the STEM fields, social sciences, you get the picture. Both destinations are a pretty big travel hub and centrally located to Europe. So you have access to other parts of Europe as well. Mediterranean food, beaches, and melting pot of cultures. Kind of a lot of various good things, right? And then some students might actually want to get in touch with their heritage. So that would be another reason, like another good reason to take on an education abroad. If you're unable to make a full semester abroad work for academic or personal reasons, I might suggest considering a staff and faculty-led program, which run over shorter periods of time. Students seeking to get a specific kind of credit for their degree often choose faculty-led programs. One great benefit of these programs is the close relationships that students build with their program leaders and fellow CSU students, since you're all traveling together over the course of the program. We have several programs in Italy that are recommended for different majors and disciplines. They are comparative legal studies for legal studies minors and interdisciplinary liberal arts majors, food and resource economics for ag business, ag education, environmental and natural resource economics, communication in Rome for communication studies and ethnic studies majors, interdisciplinary liberal arts, Italian minors. There's an Art in Italy program, which is very suitable for art and art history majors and minors. Culinary tourism for natural resource tourism. It also satisfies an Italian minor. Roman history for history majors, and preservation and sustainability European perspectives for construction management folks. The programs listed here are based in either Florence or Milan, and some have excursions to neighboring cities built in. Students stay in furnished apartments, and Wi-Fi is typically absolutely given. So let's look at some of the most popular destinations that our students go to in Italy. Milan, I put Milan here as a first because it's often not considered first among education abroad students. Most students want to go to other destinations first or consider others first, but Milan is actually quite a great destination, especially if students are majoring in business, fashion and design in particular, international studies, political science, language, law, media communications, marketing, sociology, and the list goes on. ISA Milan has a great program in design, fashion, and digital arts. SAI has a good program at Università Cattolica del Sacro Cuore. Very strong school of medicine there. And SAI has a program in at NABA, which is a design and fashion institute. Some highlights of studying in Milan is that it's the center of industry in Italy. Has a vibrant music scene, Art Deco and sustainable architecture, and Milanese cuisine and global eateries all kind of make up a great destination to study. So the programs for design and fashion students, they offer a number of hands-on experiential learning opportunities, but there are also internship options. So no time, in my opinion, is better to gain professional work experience for your career in design, apparel, or merchandising than in Milan, being the reputed capital of fashion in the world, one of them at least. Next, we have Rome. Rome is another very popular destination and a very, very large city, excuse me, multiple million people. Excuse me. Rome is suitable for students that are studying economics, biomedical engineering, civil engineering, computer science, a lot of STEM fields, Italian, art, history, business, psychology, even merchandising, Italian studies, chemistry, biochemistry. Rome has lots of options if you are a major and concerned about getting courses satisfied for your degree. So I would definitely consider Rome a viable option for you. CEA, for instance, has a great summer engineering program for CSU engineering students, as it might be a little bit difficult to squeeze a full semester into your degree plan. There are summer options available. API has an arrangement with Lorenzo de' Medici Institute in Florence, but they also have campuses in Tuscany and Florence as well, and Rome. And then this ISA program covers a wide variety of majors, but mainly business communications, international relations folks. Some highlights about Rome is that it's a very old city, 3,000-year-old history, Colosseum, the Pantheon, the Vatican, world-class museums and architecture, the Renaissance, with Renaissance, Byzantine, and Baroque influences. So you get kind of a melting pot of Rome's cultural history and heritage. Rigatoni, Carbonara, Supli, Piazza al Taglio. These are all some different highlights of an experience of what you can expect in Rome. Next, we have Florence. Florence is by far the most popular destination for CSU students. It is quality destination. There are many program options available for Florence. Students that go to Florence study everything you could imagine. They study apparel and merchandising, business. There's science and technology courses there. Human development and family studies, a really popular destination for HDFS majors. Interior architecture and design, marketing, music, even theater and dance. All are available in different programs in Rome. We have SAI programs, Florence University Arts. That is a very strong destination for CSU students. They offer a wide course offering, wide curriculum to satisfy basically anything you need for your major minor courses. Also have very interesting elective courses. API is the same way at Lorenzo de' Medici Institute in Rome. Very, very significant course offering. And AIFS study abroad in Florence for a semester academic year. All three of these are very unique in their own ways and have their own unique attributes. Some highlights of Rome is that it's the birthplace of the Renaissance, oftentimes referred to as the cradle of the Renaissance, filled with churches, museums, galleries. That's the Santa Maria Basilica in the background, also referred to as the Duomo. There's the Ponte Vecchio on the Arno River, the Piazza della Signoria, and many other fascinating features of the city. In case you aren't able to make a full semester abroad work with your academic or personal schedule, a great alternative is to take advantage of the winter break. This is a January program that is offered by our partner CEA, and it takes place in quintessential Florence. That's where you'll be based. The program runs from late December to mid-January and allows students to explore the rich complexities of Italian culture while engaging with locals and expanding your learning outside of the classroom. CEA, like our other partner programs listed before, both offer need and merit-based scholarships. CEA scholarship awards range from $300 to $3,000. Awards are based on your entire application, personal essays, letters of recommendation, and GPA. So you'll work with a few different folks around campus over the course of your education abroad journey. You'll work with me if you're planning to study abroad in Italy as your education abroad coordinator. You'll work with your academic advisor to figure out what term is the best fit for you to go abroad and what courses will best enhance your degree. You'll work with potentially a faculty or a staff member if you're doing a CSU sponsored program. And there are many other professionals that you could be working with as well, like the registrar's office for the transfer of credits from abroad. You could be working with, probably will be working with the financial aid counselor for education abroad. We're all trying to work together here to address all your questions and needs before you take part on this adventure. So while I'm the main advisor for Italy and Greece, I encourage you to consider other destinations as well, because of maybe the programs in Greece and Italy aren't necessarily the best fit for you. And you've come to find that out along the way and want to switch it up. So I definitely encourage you to meet with some of our other with the other coordinators on our team. There's Drew, who advises on Oceania and Spain. Marie does mostly the other parts of Europe that I don't advise on. Nicole, she advises on Latin America and semester at sea. Derek, the Middle East and Africa. Christopher, UK, Ireland, internships and research. And Vanessa does faculty-led programs. So please feel free to schedule an appointment with me or one of the other coordinators, and we can help get you started. Also, to note, we have 3 peer advisors. These are kind of ambassadors of education abroad. They've been on different programs and can kind of speak to the student experience. We have Brennan, who studied engineering at Swansea University, Claudia, who studied in Aix-Provence, France, and Tia, who studied apparel production and design in Morocco, which was a faculty-led program. So come see us in Laurel Hall, and you can meet some of the peer advisors, and they can help answer some of your questions. Students often are surprised when they find out that 99% of their CSU scholarships, grants, and loans and financial aid can go with them abroad. To learn more, join us for another session at 9:30 a.m. tomorrow on scholarships and financial aid. There you can meet Cindy and Evelyn, who are pictured here. They work in the Office of Financial Aid and work with students specifically that are thinking about education abroad programs. At the presentation, they'll be focusing on scholarships and financial aid. The session is live, so make sure to bring your questions. And just to talk a little bit more about scholarships, it's important to know that they rarely fund your the entire cost of your education abroad program. They're more meant to close the gaps between your current financial aid and what you need for abroad. We'll have scholarship and funding workshops throughout the year, so you can come and obtain more information about how to secure more funds. You can make an appointment with the financial aid for education abroad counselors, Cindy or Evelyn, and they'll help go through your financial aid and scholarships and see how your aid will be able to travel with you abroad. And they can also help you determine if the program is a good fit for your budget or if you need to consider other options. The first thing to know for scholarships is the deadlines. And for winter break 2022, that deadline is September 15th. And for spring and spring break programs in 2022, that deadline is October 15th. Please pay attention to the deadlines as they are shifting beginning on April 1st for 2022. So programs running May 1st, 2022 to March 31st, 2023. That deadline for the EA Common Application Scholarship will be April 1st, and programs beginning on November 1st, 2022 and through September 30th, 2023 will begin, the deadline will be on October 1st. So there you have it. Those are the basics on getting started with education abroad. And here are some kind of next steps to think about. You might want to plan out what kind of courses you'd like to take and what kind of programs have those courses. You might want to consider, is a traditional semester what I really want to do? Or do I want to be in Italy or Greece for just a short period of time, maybe a winter break, maybe a summer? Do I really want to take a full course load, or do I want to try to gain some professional experience and do an internship? Those are big questions you should be considering. And then working with the education abroad coordinator, myself, if for Italy or others, to figure out if it's a good fit for you. Of course, you can do a lot of this research on your end to get started, and that'll help facilitate a conversation with your academic advisor or success coordinator to see what term and what classes work best. Also, make an appointment with our financial aid counselor for education abroad to kind of help understand how the finances work. And then just apply for programs and scholarships. It's really that simple. So in addition to this presentation, we encourage you to attend both our Education Abroad 101 presentation and our financial aid and scholarship presentation, which is coming up tomorrow. In addition, if you've missed a session or want to learn more, head over to our Colorado State University International Programs YouTube channel, where you can find all the recordings of our sessions from the entire fair there. And we are looking forward to exploring the possibilities with you, and I look forward to connecting soon. Take care.